Welcome in to the Grounds Friday morning right here at 21.6 The Net. The Grounds, where we talk about anything from politics to peanut butter, but
no politics.
Of course, we want to give a shout out to the people who are supporting the studio, our good friends over at Natural Therapy Wellness. If you're stressed, they'll help you be blessed. Massage, acupuncture, Thai yoga massage, deep tissue massage, sports massage, hot stones, you name it, they got it. Check them out at www.mchenrymassage.com or give them a call at 815-385-8190. They will take care of you on this holiday weekend, of course. And our good friends over at JH Events and Flowers, just killing it. Nothing says I love you more than flowers, unless it's a diamond, I guess.
Right. It could be.
Could be.
It could be several different reasons why you get flowers.
Yeah. So absolutely. I don't know. Scott says here they will need to connect their mic before
Scotty, dude,
them.
Check your microphone, buddy. Yeah. We can't connect you without it.
Might want to try that. Good morning from Texas, Don. Glad to have you back with us. Glad that nothing too serious. We'll figure out those arms and legs. But great to have you with us too, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right. I'm trying to find the questions. I got them. Today, 20 questions.
20 questions.
20 questions for May. These are questions that
might have 5 answers. I don't know.
And these are rapid fire questions. So, there's 20 of them. So there's
no pressure. Got it.
Yeah, you can't.
Awesome.
You can't. Okay. Scott, are you there?
Hey.
Okay.
There we go.
You look good.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a perfect camera.
That is. All right. So
there we go.
There he is, all the way out in Galena.
Yeah, I think I know that guy. I've seen him like once in a while. I don't know what's his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hope everyone had a good week.
How's Galena, bud?
Yeah, it's about ready to rain and storm like hell here soon, but it's beautiful right now.
You got that
I'm ready.
Window to enjoy it at least.
Yeah. So, what's going on with everybody? Good week, I hope.
Yeah, good week.
Oh yeah,
good week. Yeah, heard the whole intro. For some reason, me and technology just doesn't work super great. But hey, everybody definitely take care of Natural Therapy Wellness and JH Flower and Events. Those guys are amazing companies to work with, and their products and services are just awesome. So we appreciate you guys, sharing with everybody and going ahead and using local, because that's what we do and we support everybody. So thanks, guys.
All right, 20 questions. Scott, are you wearing pants?
No.
I'm gonna guess no.
I want to see.
I'm gonna go complete commando.
That's it. To the fences.
That's right.
Hey, that's the best question of the day, right?
Right.
Listen, the absolute best thing about this show is join us. Uncle Pete right there has the link. Put that in your URL. Come in like Scott is. You can be part. Come in and be part of this. It's rapid fire questions. So 20 questions that we've gathered and caught. And kind of a theme is rewarding yourself. Right?
Okay.
So kind of that. So the first question.
Can I practice?
Yeah.
Blue chicken. Okay.
Very good. Yeah.
All right.
We'll do karate in the garage.
We could.
All right.
Kung fu.
Blue chicken, huh?
All right. So first question is, and this whoever wants to jump on it first can throw it out. But outside of your family and helping others, what brings you joy?
Fishing.
Yeah. I mean, deep sea. What type of? Just
I'll take any fishing. Deep sea's cool. I just whatever, man. Get me on water. I don't even need to catch anything either. Just let me get out there.
A retention pond.
Sure. Retention pond. Dead body.
Just some quality outside time, right?
Right. I love
just to get away from it all and just to get some disconnection from it all. I get that one, and that's kind of the same for me.
Kayak this year. A fishing kayak for my birthday. Okay. My wife and my kids got me, and they loaded it up with all the gear and everything. So I think that's their way of saying, "Get the hell out of here." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm trying to...
That's a polite. We don't want you around for a few hours a week, right?
That's it. Drew,
they want you to get that brain all relaxed and mellowed out. So that's a good thing. I mean, the outdoors is a beautiful thing, as you guys know. The outdoors is huge for me. I mean, it
fits well in my index pool.
There you go. Right.
You know,
that's it. Steve.
Yeah. I mean, you eliminated the two biggest ones right off the bat.
Yeah.
Family and helping people are out. So then it's like, all right, well, now I actually have to think. I'm a very social person, so I do enjoy. I go out. I hang out with people. I invite everybody out a couple times a month. And when I get that big group together and everybody's laughing and having a good time, like that's what brings me joy. I also enjoy video games, reading books, doing a million other things like by myself at the house. But too much of that, I start to get that anxiety of like I'm wasting time because I'm not around other people.
You feel like you're not producing, right?
Exactly.
So you're not. So I'm not the only one that feels that way. When you're sitting around enjoying yourself, you're not producing.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way, because some days I think I do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, you enrich your life by reading a book, even playing a video game or something. But then it's just like, wow, that's an hour of my life I'll never get back.
Are you a fiction guy or?
Oh, anything. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just give me a book.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think yours stems from like the old FOMO, the fear of missing out type of thing when you're doing that?
Part of it.
Yeah. Funny thing is you're not missing out. Why?
The FOMO.
The FOMO. That's an FOMO. Just for our reader.
Scott trying to be like he's 16 with the new Lego today.
Hey, it's not an LOL, it's a FOMO.
That's a FOMO.
Scott, puff give, baby. Puff give.
Yeah, absolutely. So it doesn't matter. It depends what mood you're in, Steve, and you pick up a book or
usually if I see enough people recommending that I like their other recommendations, I will read an entire science fiction series. Some things I got into as a kid and now I will continue to be into, because even as an adult it doesn't matter. Like even though it's something I wouldn't normally pick up. Recently, Amazon came out with a new series, The Wheel of Time. They did a horrible job with it, but I read the books. But each book is 400 pages. There's 13 books out right now. It's a huge series.
Wow.
They've been making it for years and years. The original author is dead now.
Wow.
The second author has picked up the series. And it's kind of like a Game of Thrones science fiction-y world.
Love it. Little fantasy mix.
Huge fan of Lee Child's Jack Reacher series. That is one of my absolute all-time favorite series. Pretty much anything by James Patterson, almost anything by Brandon Sanderson. I can sit there and just absorb it, and I will go over and over and over again on those. Anytime.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Especially if you can comprehend it and hold on to it. I need to read things, generally 2 and 3 times to really grasp what's going on.
You got to be in the mood, because sometimes I'll do that too, depending on my headspace. You read the same paragraph 4 times. You're like, why am I even trying to read a book right now?
Right.
I don't even remember a word that
Right. That's true.
I feel that one for sure.
Right.
Scott gets confused with the things that pop up when he's reading a book.
The pop-up books,
and then he moves the lever, and the little kids dance.
Yeah, but that's the fun part. That's
Kent. Just because I love you so much, you get to say shit like that.
That's it. Books are people with ADHD.
That's right.
A little pop-up.
That was a great invention for kids, by the way. That interactive book was actually a really good thing for kids. It gets them involved a little bit more, right?
I can agree with that. Yep.
All right. Moving on.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
What do we got?
Question number 2. What movie character would you most want to be like, and why?
Oh,
MacGyver.
All right.
Oh, that's a really good answer.
Well, that fits into my MO anyway, right? I mean, I like to figure out ways around and fix things, and do it the non standard way, I guess.
Yeah, you can say
little duct tape.
Little duct tape goes a long way.
And a tube sock.
And a tube sock. And he built a helicopter.
The tube.
Well, I mean, it's really important to be able to take.
Why is it not flopping? Oh, Scott. No, that's a great answer, Scott.
Being able just to take care of and fix things. I mean, for me, it's a lot of different things. It saves money so you don't have to pay somebody else, but it also just, in my mind, if someone else can do it. Hey, good morning, Don. How are you?
Morning, Don. How you feeling?
I just have to give Scott a hard time. MacGyver is a TV show, not a movie. But details.
Oh, sorry. He's a character. Sorry.
Sometimes
I think it counts. We'll make an exception for you there, Scott. It's a good exception.
I thank you. You know, I love you for that, Don. I love you for that, and thanks for tuning in every week and reminding me.
Yeah,
that's why you love me.
Absolutely, brother.
I hope things are going well for you, my friend.
Yeah, we've been praying for you, Don. We know you had the little back issue, so.
Yeah, it's I decided to catch a little rheumatoid type of arthritis, but praising the Lord for steroids. So I'm on the juice. So don't make me mad.
That's right.
So there you go. There's your TV guy, the Hulk.
Yeah, no, it's still.
You know, because Don's a swinger and his back's bad, I'm supposed to feel bad for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually, Ken, back's one of the few things that wasn't hurting. It was arms and shoulders and neck and legs, and it's been a crazy period, but doing much better. Good enough. Going to take a little long weekend. Go down to San Antonio for the holiday and try to just relax. So I appreciate you guys asking about me.
Take a nice walk on that river walk there in San
Antonio. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to stay right down there. Yep.
Gorgeous. Steve, what do you got? What movie character you'd want to be and why?
So, okay, so this is an interesting one, right? Because you think my mind first went to something like James Bond, right? You live the lifestyle. He goes out there, he spends the money, he drinks for a living, and he still got a six-pack. I mean, he sleeps with every woman unprotected and never had an STD. I mean, this is a guy who lives like the dream life, right? But, like, that's not really my life. Like, that's not something I would really want. So, like, the more I think about it, the more I would say something like, you ever seen Paul Rudd in Our Idiot Brother?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just got it figured out, man. Every day he wakes up happy. Every day he goes to bed happy, and he sleeps on dirt, and he just, you know, he lives in like, what is it? The pig pen and like, and he just, or the goat shack or whatever it was. And he just plays with his dog and he makes homemade candles, and he's just the happiest dude on earth. And I think, like,
living life.
I think just to have that level of contentment with my life, I would choose Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I like that.
That's awesome. It's a great perspective too, because he didn't go right into, like, you know, some kind of crazy character to where he's like, no, man, I want to scale that back and live the life, you know, like this, how this guy does. That's awesome.
What?
Drew, let's hear it, baby.
I would be Batman. I'm a huge nerd. Number one.
Which one played by?
He just wants to drive the car.
The Dark Knight. I mean, what do you?
No.
Well, if you're Batman, you have the car. It doesn't really mean you have a satellite. Who gives a shit about a car?
Right.
You know what I mean? My own. If I was going to be, why would I have to be like any other actor as Batman? I would be
because you're Batman.
I am Batman.
I'm Batman. So, you know,
it's like
one of the things, and this is one of those answers that is because even as a kid, before the movies, before anything, I was a comic book kid. Batman was my hero because Bruce Wayne is just loaded with money, has all the toys, the technology, and then as Batman, Secret Identity, you know, all the toys, the technology, and he helps people, and he helps other heroes, and he has no powers, and he's still saving everybody's ass every time, which means he's the real deal, right? He's not like, yeah.
Don, did Don say who he? I wasn't paying attention.
He wanted to be Kent Jones, I think.
Yeah, I want to be Kent Jones. Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking about that as Drew was talking there. I think I'd want to be one of two. And this was a TV show, my favorite TV show, but also had a movie, was Jack Bauer, just to be somebody that bad, and or Denzel Washington in The Equalizer, because he was helping people. But I don't think I'd ever want to be that violent. But
is awesome.
The opposite characters of, like, you know, of my real life, somebody to be that. Kick ass, for lack of a better term. So those came to mind.
When I grow up, I want to be Don. I mean,
well, I was going to say, the way I've been feeling lately, I'm getting old and cranky. I want to be Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
Are you yelling out your window, telling people to get off your lawn yet?
I'm not quite there, but I'll tell you what. Over the last 3-4 weeks, I might have been capable of it.
Here, Don. Now that it's out there, you're going to get flooded with. Hey, take this. Do this. This will make.
Everybody has, it's amazing. Everybody has a doctor. Everybody has a diet. Everybody has, it is pretty amazing, but I don't need it. I got all that covered. I went to enough doctors. So thank you for any suggestions, but I got plenty.
You'll get all those suggestions, and that's just from Scott.
Yeah, I was going to say, Don, I got the suggestion for you. You know what that is? Do what works best for you after researching all the different options, because we all, react a little bit differently to different methods and things. So it is personal. There are a lot of different ways to attack that, but take your time, take it slow, and really evaluate each and every one to see which one fits better into your lifestyle and how your body reacts to the whatever therapy you're doing, whether it be shots, medication, supplementation, whatever it is, man. Just take your time, do it right the first time.
You ever thought I'd be thinking about everything I eat, and does it cause inflammation or does it not cause inflammation? But
you might as well stop eating, because everything causes inflammation if you're buying it from the grocery store.
Shayna says Forrest Gump seemed to have it figured
out.
Which I love about that answer is it's half the answer in his answer.
It is.
He's got all the money, but he's got the simple life, likes the simple things. Sure. You know what I mean? He's out there saving people.
I love E.T. Jenny.
I actually love that answer. That's great. He's done a lot.
Right.
What about you, Mr. Jones? What's on your plate?
Moving right along, number 3. As a kid, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Ride my bicycle in the field with my friends.
What kind of bike was it?
BMX or dirt bike, but I'll be specific. Just the BMX bikes. We were pretty fortunate to have a huge empty fields and forests behind us as kids, farmers' fields, and just play areas. And that's kind of where we went and spent a lot of our time back there, kind of doing our own thing, figuring out life, together.
Yeah.
I think you can understand that when we came from pretty much a similar background, right? It was, what are you doing today? We're going out back and make some mud pies or.
That sounds like prison.
It was a mental prison. That's why we rode bikes.
Hey, did you have the mag wheels and the pads on the handlebars?
I did actually. It's funny is I just literally got rid of the bike, but it was a Raleigh Rampart R10. It was like the first year that they came out with the fiberglass rims. Yeah. I thought I was the cat's meow. You know what I mean? I mowed so many lawns to be able to afford that bike. It was crazy.
Everybody wanted that. It's mud pie code.
Yeah, it is.
Shayna, don't tell anybody. Yes, it is.
It's interesting. So my first bike actually was a Schwinn banana seat.
Banana seat.
Nice. Oh, nice.
And still jumped the homemade ramp in the middle of the alley with that thing.
You go, baby.
And you couldn't destroy that bike. Those Schwinn Varsities, they came with a lifetime guarantee on that frame.
Yeah,
but they were heavy. They weighed as much as cars.
That's right.
That's why they had the warranty.
Built that ramp in the alley, right? And then we would always like modify or work on our bikes or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, true story, riding to that ramp barefoot on the death pedals, right? That you would always skin your toe or the grips would grab you.
Cheese grater
pedals. The cheese grater
pedals. They're called rat traps.
No helmet then, and the ramp was made of plywood and stacked bricks. It was a straight angle, and I didn't tighten down my front wheel enough off of it, and I was in the air. I watched the wheel come off, and I was like, "This is gonna be bad." And
I wish I put a helmet on.
It was bad, but I still got back up, put the wheel back on, and tried it again.
Okay,
that's what we did, man. That's what we did.
Hey, how many times you got to fail, right? You got to figure it out.
Steve, what do you?
So depending on which time in my life, there's riding the bikes in the field, going to the park. Somehow you could just spend hours doing absolutely nothing as a kid, and it just felt like no time at all. And then as I used to go to Wisconsin all the time. Right here from a bike, from the front wheel coming off.
I was listening to the radio. He's pointing at his chin.
Oh yeah, that's 8 stitches. My whole chin got busted open.
Your chin's up
and then I remember we were like 10, and we would go like shoot shotguns off in the field in Wisconsin. We would like put up a scarecrow. They had like a stack of scarecrows in the garage. We would put one up, and then we would just shoot it until it fell apart, and then And I like thinking back now, who would give a 10-year-old a shotgun? I don't know, but we did.
We had one, yeah. Right.
And buckshot.
Right.
Oh yeah, no.
Girl, here you go. Have fun.
You the banjo. Don, a guy your age, what? Jacks, Tiddlywinks, what was it?
You're too funny. Well, probably in my very younger days, before I was like 12, it would have just been whatever sport was in season, baseball, basketball. But then when I started playing golf, I think I was about 12 or 13, and that's all I wanted to do. I can remember every summer, 36 holes a day at the golf course. My mom would drop us off in the morning and pick us up at night, and I loved every minute of it. So that's what I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny to say that when my summer membership for the whole summer was $45.
Yeah.
Things have changed slightly since about the late 70s when I was doing that.
That'll get you 9 holes today.
On a goat trail, yeah.
That's right. All right, good stuff. Moving right along. When was the last time you felt quote unquote lit up? When was the last time you felt quote unquote lit up?
Define lit up.
Well,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like mad, happy. What are we going lit up here?
Yeah.
They didn't explain. They just said quote unquote lit up.
You get to pick, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't coffee, so
right.
pretty.
Right now for Steve. I
mean, I'm assuming they mean like truly happy, like
that's just how you reinforce yourself.
just
I guess, right?
just feeling great. That's tough. I feel that way all the time, but like truly, like if they're looking for like the high point, the most recent high point, I don't know. That's yeah. Well, I mean, like I feel pretty good all the time. I mean, when people ask like, "How was your week?" It's like it was a great week. I always say that because every week is a great week. But like, when was there one? I just got a puppy, so I'll say that.
That's a cute
Congrats.
Oh, she's adorable. So she is a collie lab mix. And she is the cutest thing. So I will say training her this week has been a real high point of my last few months.
It's lighting up.
I think what you have to say, she's a collie lab mix American. I mean, that's
everything's American.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I actually don't know, so I'm just guessing, which is probably even worse.
Right.
That's
say it with confidence.
Right.
Right.
We bought it.
The unconditional love that puppy gives you, you feel lit up every time he gets excited.
Yeah, and she's so smart, and I'm like, I feel like, so proud of her, like mastering these tricks at her age, because she's tiny and like she can sit, she can stay. She's doing really good.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Now, are you talking about your wife or the dog there?
No, both. So a lot of people have been saying this to me lately. Been like, I can't tell when you're talking about the dog or about Sam. And since Sam doesn't watch, I always tell him, I'm like, yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
So when Sam busts through that door right there, I'm just gonna lean this way.
I was gonna say, Drew, you better get ready to run.
No, I would be worried. Yeah.
Well, to answer your first question, the question before would have been anything outdoors.
Anything outdoors.
Yeah. We weren't allowed to be in the house, especially when it was nice out.
So the favorite thing, just outdoors playing.
Outdoors playing, light came on, you came home. It depends on how much trouble you were in. You had real friends because when you got in trouble, they were in trouble with you.
That's right.
They were like, you always had the one that could bail you out because they had to leave. They were too nervous. Yeah. And then they were the ones bailing you out. But anytime it was outside, it was a good time, man.
Yeah.
Lit up. Well, recently, I think, getting into the studios here and building this empire. With you and trying to make it's an adventure, man.
Yeah,
it makes me it lights me up. It's still a job. You still have your hard days, but I enjoy getting up and thinking about it.
Good morning, Mary. Love to have you with us, Mary Ship.
Mary, morning.
Hey, and congratulations on the Food Shed Co-op. Great job.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We've been waiting a while to get that one open.
Lit used to mean drunk or high, she says. Now it has shifted to mean excited, I think.
Yeah, Mary, it's hard to keep up because people keep reinventing words. I remember the word woke used to mean opposite of sleep.
Yeah.
So I don't,
Well,
so
you notice those terms for getting high or drunk have shifted greatly over the years because dope used to be like you're doing dope, you're smoking dope.
Right.
Now dope is awesome.
Right.
So is lit. Lit is awesome. That's lit.
Right.
Like, you
Fire,
know what I mean? Like
lit,
yeah.
smoke. Now smoke means fight, I guess. I don't know.
They don't want the smoke. I struggle to keep up.
Scott,
Once you hit a certain age, you're done with all that. You can't keep up.
Scott, how about you? Last time you felt lit up, quote unquote.
What time is it now?
Yeah, right. Give me about 30 seconds. I mean, I kind of along the same. I mean, really every day I find something to get lit up, if you will. But I think the most recent one was probably getting. I put a couple things on my motorcycle so I can enjoy the summer a little bit better this year. And that one really got me stoked. I'm using stoked instead of lit, but it was just something that was exciting. I normally leave my stuff pretty much bone stock, but for once I'm like, I want to do this and, give myself a little something extra cool and fun. But yeah, for me, it's like, Steve said, it's every day really. I try to find something. But like everybody else, I mean, we got good, bad, and ugly every day. And so I try to find something that, to be lit about other than the normal getting lit, the old meaning.
Can I throw out your answer?
Yeah.
Man camp.
Yeah.
Man camp.
Very good.
Camp. He is the most chill cowboy. He can wear shorts with cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, stand over the fire and just laugh about nothing for like 2 hours. And I'll look at Scott and go, "The hell is he doing?" You're like, "I don't know. It's just being Kent."
He got into my gummies.
That's right.
What's funny is I have a picture of Kent, me, and Zachary, and he is literally in his cowboy boots, his hat, and we're sitting there eating breakfast, and we're kind of all three of us kind of like, we just woke up like, hey.
God, how about you? Last time.
Oh man, I hate the theme, but probably the second day into that 6-day steroid pack, I was lit because I was feeling good for the first time. But that's kind of a cheating answer, but what it's a reminder of is we should be lit every day we wake up and we feel okay and we're not in pain and we're above the grass. So it's when that stuff happens, it does remind you we should be lit every day we wake up and we got health and we can move forward. But the other thing this will sound very boring, but for me, when I get the most lit out of my back patio, maybe smoking some chicken thighs, drinking a cold beer with my family. That's kind of my happy place. So I'm certainly lit when I get those opportunities.
Yeah. Well, what time is dinner?
Yeah, well, with Texas, right? So we can
have to hurry, jump on a plane. Yeah. Hey, you're welcome. I need a little advance notice, but
be careful what you say.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm gonna say we're gonna be on a plane next, Don. You might want to be like, "Who's there? Housekeeping."
Well, what's my address, Scott?
We'll have a week's worth of clothes and everything.
I got Google. I'll figure it out, sir. I'm looking at your pictures right now in the background, trying to figure out where everything is.
That's right.
No, most of you are welcome.
Yeah, most.
I know.
Outside of diving into 2 and 6 Creator Studios and listening to the great shows that are here and supporting the great sponsors that we have, what makes you lose track of time? What makes you lose track of time?
Wow.
Editing and video games.
Yeah. I mean, you lose so much time.
Yeah. When you're buried into it and you're so enthralled with it,
yeah.
You look at it and you're like, oh shit, it's been like 6 hours.
Editing a video is like a video game because it's like you're trying to figure out the exact puzzle
to
put it together.
That's right.
Yep. I agree with that 100%. And then video games, yeah. If somebody's like, hey, hop on, we're gonna rock through this video game, I can look up and 5 hours are gone.
Oh,
no problem.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
That one I don't get. I'm not much of a video gamer anymore. I was as a kid. I played a ton, but I think for me it's at this point it's playing with the grandbabies. I can just. I mean that's a reason for me to continue to act like a child, which you guys know. You all know me. I mean I'm a 56-year-old kid.
No,
and it just allows me to actually do that, to be a kid, right, and enjoy my grandkids and not
Well, and it keeps you sharp. Keeps the tools.
It does, but I can just lose total track of time because just watching them and the amazement and watching that little computer, right, just sucking up every little ounce of, information that's coming at them. And it brings joy to my heart, and just time can just disappear really quickly with them because, it's like, I don't want to go anywhere. This is great. I can stay here. Everything's innocent and fun. And, none of the problems that I have in my life matter at that point. Right. I mean, that's the most important thing.
You drowned out the rest of the world because you're in the moment.
Exactly. And, I'm not having to deal with, a bunch of idiots. I've got kids that are learning and enjoying and, are happy just to be there, just like they're being lit all the time because they're enjoying stuff and I can live vicariously through them.
Yeah.
So,
Mary, that's a good answer. I can lose time on cooking too.
Yeah.
Big time.
I mean, I usually got a timer up when I'm cooking,
Yeah.
Sure.
Keeping track.
I can't, when I start
Also,
cooking.
I don't sit there and do huge or extravagant
every
things.
meal's a huge meal in my house. Hey, look at me for crying out loud. I'm a nightmare.
We need to have you do a big cookout for us there, Drew.
I could. I mean, listen, I was a chef for 20 years.
You come on over to the Rasta bar at my place and we'll all get together and have a nice meal.
I'll make sure you get my address, Don. You'll get my real address.
He's bringing the chicken, so you better give him the real address.
Chicken happening. I'm already going.
Don's got carte blanche over in Illinois sector.
Of adding things into the
Illinois sector.
as I go because I see it in the fridge. I'm like, ooh, that would look good. Oh, that would be great with
100%.
Next you got like an avocado tomato salad with red onion. That because you got the beans and rice happening and it goes with a kale, braised kale, and roasted garlic.
Shayna jumps.
All right, now I'm getting hungry.
I know.
Shayna jumps in, says fire pit with entertaining, authentic people laughing hard, only stopping to stuff pizza in your face.
That's a good answer too.
That would have been my other answer.
Thumbs up for me on that one.
She hit a home run there for sure. Just hanging around the fire pit, and the authentic people comment to me, is great. There's nothing better than sitting around with, real people and just laughing your ass off about whatever it may be. I mean, that time disappears, right? All of a sudden you're like, holy cow, it's midnight. Wait, we need to put another log on the fire,
So let's, before we dive too far into that, Shayna, define the pizza. Are we thin crust? Is it deep dish? Is it regular? Is it
if it's Domino's,
details matter.
It's Little Caesars $5 special.
It's my Neapolitan pizza off of my outdoor pizza oven, guys. Come on now.
Right? Yeah, I'd go with that all day.
For any,
you're absolutely 100% right.
For anybody in Crystal Lake, Muggs Pizza. Muggs Pizza delivers until 3 a.m. Yep. So if you need a really quality tavern style pizza at 3 a.m., you can call Muggs.
Muggs, you can send that check to 216.
Absolutely.
Muggs is decent. Listen, I'm a Southside Italian kid. Muggs is probably good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard.
It's anything's good at 3 a.m. if they deliver. That's true. That's why Muggs.
Right. That's if you're lit up though.
Yeah. That's Mary says, I have a freezer full of fresh from the farm beef, chicken, and game. I'll get lost cooking in my kitchen for days with my husband, given half the chance. Hopefully you killed them. Otherwise, not your husband.
No, because they got to stay fresh. They might as well just cluck around. Mary, just send the address. We'll be there.
Yeah, that's extremely fresh.
You grab that stuff and paying us for the fire pit. Someone's got to pick up Don from the airport.
That's right.
On the way back from Galena, I'm sure there could be a ride from the airport.
Good. Just fly into Rockford, Don. I can get you from Rockford. It's right on the way, baby.
There you go.
All right.
Here we go next. What would you regret not doing, being, or having in your life? What would you regret not doing, being, or having in your life outside of your family?
Outside of my family.
Yeah.
Oh, that just killed my answer. All right, let me rethink this one.
Yeah.
Regret.
Thinking a lot about this one actually a lot lately, and I think no matter what happens, just being a good person, having empathy to other people, being a caring, considerate, compassionate individual. If I hit the end of my life, I'm really not going to care about all the other things I have, but I will look back and be like, I was a damn good person. And I think
you made a difference.
That's that's what I would regret if I hit the end of my life and I was like, wow, I was a real asshole. Like, that's unfortunate. You know, I think that's something that I would regret.
But if you're an asshole, do you really know you're an asshole? That's the thing.
I don't know.
Unless everyone's telling you you're an asshole.
Well, that's just that. If you're a real asshole, everybody's telling you.
And they don't, but they don't believe it when they hear it, though.
Listen, if you're an asshole, you know you're an asshole.
I think most of the time you probably
think so.
Realize,
yeah.
Well, Cam, we need to talk then.
So that's it.
That's a good one.
Dana says it's homemade pizza by Cap and delivered at the end of his shift with all you guys in the back. Killer margaritas on arrival. And please, not
rock and roll.
Mine is over ice on the rocks with salted. That's the best way to do it. I don't know about those slushy margaritas. I don't do those. No regrets, Mary says. Everything has made me who I am. Love, lost life. Every day is a gift. The sun will rise tomorrow with or without you. Keep your eyes open for daily blessings.
True statement.
Yeah, said there, Mary.
Well, she used to have a show.
I know. Hey, she needs to have a show again. Come check out the new studio, Mary.
Find yourself another 3 hours in the 4-hour day, Mary.
Yeah.
This studio is like you guys get to see the cool backdrop here. Like the whole thing is just ridiculous. Yeah. It's awesome.
We're building out our music room and vocal room now.
It's really cool. The voiceover room and room is especially impressive. Like, I don't even know, like you look at the building from outside, where did all the space come from?
Right.
Like
it's very unassuming on the outside.
These were like birthday parties.
Yeah. No, I came here when it was a laser tag. I can't believe it. Like we're walking around, you walk around a corner, there's another corner, and then the rooms are huge. I mean, huge rooms. The band room. Oof. I wish I could play music.
It's going to be fun.
Regret not having, doing, or being.
You know, with the amount of loss I've had, I don't know if there's. I regret maybe spending more time with the people I lost.
There you go.
You know, and that's already in the pipeline. So, but you know, I got a similar answer as Mary. I do everything the best I possibly can do to leave legacy, and it is what it is.
Yep.
You know, I don't really have that.
Nothing really. Right?
Yeah.
How about you, Scott?
You know, as you guys know, I mean, for me, helping people is it brings a lot of joy in my life, and I think I don't really have any regrets, so to speak, at this point. But I just want to make sure that I'm just trying to give back and help as much as I can, because I know how much it means to me. You know, to have people help me stick their neck out, teach me. So I guess the only regret I would have is just not trying to give more of me and my time to people I love, and you know, even just people I don't even know, like with doing the mentoring. I really do enjoy that. Where it comes from, I'm in therapy trying to figure that out. I don't know. Some days I think I'm crazy as hell, but other days I know I'm not. So, I mean,
Welcome to being part of humanity, buddy.
Yeah.
Right. That's the human experience. I get it. But, we always question sometimes these things.
Right. Have you not seen this room?
That's a beautiful studio. I love it.
Where are you going with this one, Don?
It's funny. I read a book by a guy named Joe Ehrman a long time ago, and then saw him speak. And he always said, my regret would be not living by this. He said, and somebody kind of mentioned when you're on your deathbed, you actually won't be thinking about whether I was a good person, according to this author. He said, there'll only be two things that are important to you when you're laying on your deathbed: relationships that you have, and did you have a cause? And I guess part of the cause is trying to do good work and do good things for others. But I'll just never forget that. It's like, it's the only thing people on their deathbed think about. They don't think about, I wish I had more money. I wish I'd have worked more. Right. They think about their relationships and did I have a cause? And I said, I will regret if I don't stick with that, because that just really resonated with me quite a few years ago. So,
yeah.
Well, that cause of you having us out for that smoked chicken, that's cause enough.
And
That's a mini cause. That's a mini cause.
Because trust me, you'll regret it if you don't invite us. I'm just
Well,
saying.
you're invited. You're invited.
And you give us the proper address.
I love Shayna's answer. I regret not learning some lessons on the first 10 opportunities. That's a good
No kidding.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
And I love her honesty, because this is the truth for I think all of us is, and also not letting people go sooner.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Cutting out toxic people for your own good. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mary says true. When I was in the hospital, when my liver failed, I was thinking of how will my husband go on, and will people remember the good I did or the mistakes I made?
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll remember both, but hopefully they just remember that you were an awesome person.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to find people like that.
I always say that it's amazing as a society and as individuals how much we change how we act and look at the world when we're in crisis. Whether it's the country's in crisis and it comes together, which seems like it would be even harder to do these days, but when you're in crisis yourself and how you come together and you focus on the right things. And I think it's amazing to me how fast we lose that as a society when something happens, because it's kind of cool to watch when people come together and focus on what's important, and it feels like it lasts for 15 minutes and then it's gone again. Yeah. And that's really sad that we recognize what's important for just a moment in time, and then we just go back to our lives, and everybody goes back to their social media and being mean to each other. And that eats at me because it's just so unhealthy.
Yeah,
I agree.
Fear hides humanity.
100% on that one, Don. 100%.
Yep.
All right.
I
think everybody's had a chance to answer that one. Let's move on to the next one. So that's the name of the show, 20 questions, and we're on like number 7. And we've got 20 minutes left. Here we go. What's something you'll spend time doing no matter what?
Sleeping.
Absolutely no matter what.
Sleeping.
Okay.
I mean, there is that.
No.
Intentional or not intentional.
That was an easy answer, but not the right one.
What's something you'll spend time doing no matter what?
Being a dad.
Yeah.
Not just a father, but a dad. Spending that extra time.
There's a big difference there.
Getting them out there, learning something new with them, experiencing something new with them, kind of thing. That's the highlight for me on that one.
Cool. Good for you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mary says random weird conversations with my husband.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Good,
Yeah.
But are they really weird?
I make one day a week minimum, but I always, no matter how I'm feeling, force myself one day a week. I go out and I have a night with my friends. I'll invite everybody. If they can't make it, oh well. But at least I'm giving myself that option and staying in touch with the people I care about.
Cool.
So So the odd thing is, Drew, have you gotten one of those invitations? I didn't. So obviously we know where we stand.
I won't tell them about the invite you just sent me.
Scott can back me up here. I invited you both to the shack. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I went. Where was Kent?
Said you guys can come out and drink a beer whenever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The shack. That's that garage converted over, right?
Well, now we got a group text going. This upcoming week, you guys are gonna get an invite to the shack. Come have a beer.
I didn't want to tell them that you gave me the Wonka card. That's good for life.
Yeah. Well, and also when I die, you get to take over. So
awesome. Wow.
Shayna says, standing up for the vulnerable. She'll, no matter what, she'll always find time to do it. That's good. Scott, what do you, besides sleeping, or Don, what do you guys got?
Well, I was struggling with this one. Shayna reminds me, though, one of the things that I do every single time, it's kind of off the path here, but is if I see somebody, military personnel or a police officer, man, every single time I go up and thank them for their service, because I always feel like they don't get that enough. So Shayna's answer made me think of that, is just go thank those people every moment that I get, because I always wonder if they get thanked enough. So that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw Shayna's note about the vulnerable.
Yeah, Don, me as well. I do that nonstop. And actually, you know what's kind of weird with that one is I've been questioned on that one as to the reason for doing that, or the Like some people, my wife's like, what happens if that person didn't want to serve? Right? It wasn't their choice. They had to do it. Now you're bringing back maybe bad memories.
Well,
doesn't mean I can't thank them for serving regardless of
That's
their
right.
Well, right. And that's what I say. Hey, look, they did it, and I'm where
Yeah.
I'm at because of them. So I will never forget that no matter what. I mean, I am very adamant about doing that to people because regardless if they went on their own or if they were drafted and they had no choice, they did
Right.
what they did. And that has allowed me and everyone in my level, just everybody to do what they want to do when they want to do it. And a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize, that it still goes on today, every day.
Yeah.
Right? That it's going over there and people are coming back not right. It's making sure that you're acknowledging these people and giving up some of your time and money if you can to help
Yeah,
them.
I'd buy a cup of coffee if they're in line and stuff like that, little stuff like that too. But
Right.
just, I mean, we can all use a word of appreciation every once in a while.
Yeah. And just making sure that they've got someone there to talk to. Because a lot of times, I mean, these people come back and they're so messed up inside. They don't have anybody to talk to and they're afraid to
Right.
talk to people. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, like the VFWs and stuff was started. So they have places to go with people
Fire
in
enough,
common
KJ.
to feel accepted. Right. Because they all went through the same shit and are going through all the same stuff in their brain. So,
Yep.
So you literally thank everybody for doing their job, or do you just pick the people who have quote unquote are in the military or the police force?
I don't.
Because
the military, yes, it was their job.
that's their job.
Right, it was their job, but at the same token, they did their job and they did it right. So we are here because they did their job and did it right, or at least did it to the best of their abilities.
So
a lot of them had no choice.
So you do the same thing with doctors, because if they didn't do their job and do it right, you wouldn't be here. Because literally they delivered you.
Depends, but yeah, I mean, I do thank doctors as well. I mean, they help you. They're here to help you, hopefully make your life a little bit better. So yes, I do thank people like that.
But it's harder to spot the doctor standing in line at a coffee shop though than it is a police officer or military person. Yeah, so I get what you're saying, Deacon. I will certainly thank my doctors when I'm working with them. But yeah, I'm not going through the line and say, "What do you do for a living?" Thank you. What do you do for a living? Thank you for being an architect. Right. I don't go that far.
Right. A lot of the people we're talking about, the military and police, they stand out because those are people that like on the front line.
So listen, everybody wants that image. Thank you for your service, and they do it with all other people and everything else. What else do you do to benefit them? So here's the thing. First of all, I don't thank anymore. I go up to them and I let them know I appreciate what they did for us, and then I apologize that they had a sacrifice for the way the world is today.
Oh wow!
So don't do thanks, and that's the honest to God truth.
This is what you
interesting.
Right. Sorry.
Well, it probably does. It probably is disheartening to a lot of them.
I fought for our country to be like this.
Right. I just raised my hands and go, I got nothing, man. We can't even figure out what gender we are. So here's the thing. If you're the one that wants to, thank you for your service, because you're saying it and it's robotic and everything else. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. What else do you do? I created a show for veterans. Can you guys say anything else that you do other than just thanking them for their service? I know there's a ton of people out there that do extra.
I donate money and time.
What's that?
I donate money and time. I do. I cannot think of the name of it. Oh my God.
The guys at the four-way stop with the yellow vest on.
Yeah, those guys don't count. But no,
like tunnels to towers.
Right,
Warriors, tunnel to towers.
Yeah, so in I think it's considered Ringwood, but on Keystone Road, there's it's a horse farm that purely and simply is there for therapy for people from the military.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Awesome.
So make sure that they get a few dollars here to keep that place rolling, and if things need to be fixed or new stuff brought in, what have you. I try to be there if I can and do what I can from a personal standpoint, but if need be, hopefully just give a few dollars to help continue the program going, because that's a huge program.
Next
We're
I
going
was gonna
to
say.
Scott check into U.S. funded research into growing crops in aluminum contaminated soil. If you're bored.
I'd have to be real bored to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say where did that one come from? U.S. funded research.
We're running out of time. Here's here's this one.
Okay.
Here we go. What needs to change in your life? What needs to change in your life to turn your shoulds into wants?
Shoulds into wants.
Well, other than the obvious answer of incentive,
Right?
What is that incentive? How do I define the incentive to want to do something as opposed to should do something?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
I'm sure for Drew, he already said it, being a dad, he wants to do that.
Yeah.
And it changed, waking up early from I should get up early to I want to get up early and spend time with the kids. Right. Yeah. Like for me, the dog recently.
Ricky, can you read the question again? I'm a little slow. Obviously.
Yes. All right.
I'm a little challenged.
What?
Hold on, I'm writing this down.
Your tent.
Hold on, I'm writing it down. Give me a second.
What needs to change in your life to turn your shoulds into wants?
I'll jump in on this one because I've got one that I sometimes do pretty well. And so I think it's a mindset change and I'm speaking now as men, as husbands. And the hard words the easy words to say, the hard ones to actually live out is I want what you want.
Yeah.
So often as people, not just men, but we want what we want. How about wanting what our spouse wants every once in a while? And I have found that when I can live that way, because all of a sudden now, if there's something you don't want to do, you should do it. But all of a sudden, if your mindset is I want what you want, all of a sudden it's no longer a chore or a task. It's something you want to do. And it's much easier said than done, but it has worked on occasion.
Don, you've been married a long time. I've been married 32 years. Alice tells me what I want. That's why.
Yeah, I understand that too. But that doesn't necessarily make you want it, does it?
Does she tell you or does she remind you?
No, she says, you're going to want to do this.
Oh, well put, Scott. Well put.
Yeah.
It's your reminder.
When you've been married as long as we have, Kent, they have ways of saying it, don't they?
That's right.
That's right.
I think for me, the change would have to be, I like the answer of mindset or perception, and then some procrastination needs to change. We had this discussion earlier. If I'm not doing something, I feel guilty, but I still do sometimes nothing.
Yeah.
But my perception of feeling guilty should stop. Yeah. And then the procrastination of getting something done. Yeah. So I'll push something to the back burner consistently to do other things because I just don't want to tackle it.
It's literally a look, Shana.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's literally just a look.
I was going to say, Shana, the look sometimes, but it's actually not a. It's not in the room. It's questions.
Strange.
It's not talking that I know. Shit. Scott, what do you got? How do you change your shoulds into wants?
I'm going to go with all your answers because they all fit really well in. I mean, I don't want to say it's a time and a place thing, but I mean, it's a daily thing to switch it up. But I mean, really, I'm kind of more, all of them really fit in, but I mean, the way that Drew kind of brought it in kind of is the one that hits home a little bit more. Obviously, with my wife telling me what I want and should do is a good thing because it's definitely pushed me along as much as it's pissed me off sometimes. But, I pretty much right up there with Drew's on that one. I like that answer there. It's it's ever evolving too. It's changing, but here comes that weather.
Scott.
It's getting black here really quick.
You enjoyed those last words on camera.
Guys, thank you very much.
Nice knowing you, Scott. Nice knowing you.
Thanks for tuning into the Grounds, guys, where we try to give you a daily dose of encouragement. And my encouragement is today: run and hide.
We're gonna stay live through the
duck.
Scott's live on scene.
Yeah, right. It's supposed to get pretty nasty here soon.
Scott, we can't see it. Can you get closer to the tornado, please?
Hold on.
That's right.
Look at my hair.
Last question. Here we go. How can you make your life more fun interesting, and enjoyable. How can you make your life more fun, interesting, and enjoyable?
Get out of my own head.
I was just going to say that's real easy. Get out of your own head, be present in the moment, and just be grateful for whatever is happening, right? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, in some way, shape, or form, there's something good that you can bring out of that and find out of that. And for me, that's a daily struggle, you know, looking at that stuff and staying like literally in the moment, right? To enjoy that point, that point.
What's that mean, though?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Yeah,
Did I stutter?
What's that all mean? That's good bumper sticker stuff, but how do you do it?
You know, well, you didn't stutter, no.
Well, so it's really kind of being cognizant and in trying to remember to be in the moment. For me, it's constantly reminding myself. I mean, for example, you know, literally coming out to my place here in Galena, I drove my old car, my old convertible out here to leave it out here so we have something to drive. And the whole way out here, not the whole way, but I had to catch myself, I don't know how many times going, man, this is an absolutely beautiful day. It's just me and my dog driving out here, sunny as hell. I mean, couldn't be anything better. And I'm here thinking about, well, let's do this or let's do that, or why didn't I do this, or how do I, you know, what's next? And I've been trying to
enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment and bring myself down. As you know, I just finished a couple of big projects, so I'm trying to actually be that, you know, little kid again and just be in the moment and appreciate what I have instead of going bigger, better, faster, stronger. What's next?
There you go.
Yeah,
you know,
Scott,
so
you remind me of, I used to talk a lot about, we have our always listening voice, which is our own voice in our head, and learning to manage that voice and shut it up when it's not helping us, I think is what you were just talking about. You're hearing your own voice and the recognition of it and changing that immediately is what is a daily challenge. But the better you get at that, it's like you stop. We're all going to do that. You're driving, and all of a sudden you're thinking, I forgot to do this, or boom, stop.
And the voice
get yourself back in the moment.
Different accents. They don't even sound like me. You know, that could be a problem. Am I the only one that has that problem? Is that just me? Yeah. Too soon? Too soon?
That's a you problem.
Yeah, I guess so.
So,
hey, what do you think?
All right.
What do you got, buddy?
Interesting.
So, generally, just being open to new opportunities, making sure you're staying open to new opportunities, and because you never know what's going to come along, and when it happens, you need to be in the right mindset of, okay, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to try something new. If you need an example of that, the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey, his life significantly improves when he says yes to everything, when he previously stayed in his house and said no to everything.
Yeah, he opened himself up.
Learned Korean, learned to play the guitar. He got himself in crazy situations, all because he was open to going with the flow in his life and allowing life to happen around him instead of to him.
Shannon says, I take comfort knowing there is a greater story playing out that I can't comprehend, and it gives me peace. The only way past is through, right?
Absolutely.
I think for me, I decide to plan and create a path, right?
Yeah.
To stand tall and stay on that path, and don't let temptation drag me off of it, because those opportunities that I want, when I planned this path, those opportunities are on that path. I just got to find them.
Yep.
And so standing tall and staying on that path and taking that risk is exactly what and then those moments come, you know, and then as of right now, I'm happy with what's happening until tomorrow happens, and then something new pops in. It's on that same path.
So I'm in there with Shayna to make my life more interesting, more fun, and more enjoyable is understanding I ain't in control.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a roller coaster ride. When that thing comes down, keep your arms and hands inside the ride at all times. Please remain seated until the ride becomes to a complete and full stop. Exit to the right. No flash photography. This is what life is, right? When I try to control the life, I'm not real happy. It's not enjoyable. It's very not.
You're miserable.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'm definitely not having as much fun, not as enjoying it as much, and it's not as interesting, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, how cool is it to walk outside and hear crunching, and it's all these cicadas, right? And I had some cicadas crawling on my leg. People are like, "Oh," I'm like, "It's man, this little guy looks pretty good after being buried for 17 years."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you hope you look that good after being buried 17 years, right?
No doubt.
I'm not there. Burn me up, throw me away, right? And here's the other thing, as we're on the back end of this is what I'll say to everybody, and I learned this from my son who serves in the United States military. He's in the Navy, is this weekend is not for those who are serving.
Right.
This weekend is for those who gave their life.
Memorial.
Right.
Day.
Remembering.
So it's called Memorial Day for the people who gave the ultimate sacrifice for you to be as stupid as you want to be, for you to hate this country as much as you want to, for you to pee on a flag, whatever.
They have an opinion.
They absolutely gave their life so that you could live your life. And appreciate the military, appreciate everybody who has served, the veterans. I get it. But the ones that are alive, they're not the ones that we're remembering. This is Memorial Day for the people who died.
Absolutely.
For that. So enjoy the weekend, right? Of course, it's a crazy weekend. It always is here in Northern Illinois.
Safe on the road.
Yeah, what do you got, bro?
All right. Just real quick before we're done here, something that's been bothering me this entire episode. You never said your favorite Batman, and that's really bothering me. It's Michael Keaton. Right? Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton is my favorite.
Of course it is. All right. I feel way better now. All right. It's like a waiting.
Subliminal man. There
you go. Awesome. Hey,
I like the original Bruce Wayne, so.
Listen, that wasn't a movie. For all of us here at 216, the net, and 216 Creator Studios, we can't thank you for taking a little bit of your Friday. Yeah, what do you got?
Hey, listen, if you like what you see, go to our YouTube channel, hit our live tab, 216 Creator Studios, and hit like, share, subscribe, smash that bell so you get future notifications.
Yep.
Also, if you like the show, feel free to reach out to us. We are taking sponsorships from the show so we can grow the show.
Yeah. Hey, if you give us $5, act like we're at a stop sign, we'll send you a Tootsie Roll.
That's right. That's right. Scott will personally come out and deliver it.
Right. Look at that. Look behind Scott. It's getting dark over there.
It is, man.
That's it, Scott.
Oh, wow. It really is.
That's actually light. If I was to turn the camera around to the other side of the house, it's like literally night and day difference.
Scott, tuck and roll.
That's right.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. And I'm actually up top. So
yeah, time to go downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, I did want to say thank you to everybody, as well as you guys, for tuning in every week and allowing this show to happen. We certainly appreciate you. You know, at DDOE and 216 Creator Studios, we're here for that daily dose of encouragement to help people get involved and to talk to each other and stay involved in themselves, their community, their lives, right? I mean, we all are human. We all have issues, and let's share. Let's help each other. Let's get through this in the best way possible. Certainly appreciate everybody tuning in. Certainly, obviously appreciate the sponsors that make this possible.